playing?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, you can play for an hour and I'll call you at 5 to study. Okay?
What? 5 o'clock?
Yes. Now the time is 4 o'clock. So you can play for an hour and then we can get back and study by 5. Is that fine? What happened? You don't know how to read the clock?
Yeah.
You don't know?
No?
You want to learn?
Yeah.
It's very easy. Come on.
Okay. Now welcome to Erasmus.
Yes, if your friends also want to learn how to read the clock, they should watch Era's World. And if they like the videos, they should
Subscribe, like, and share.
come on.
Come on.
Yes, Era. So you're here to learn how to read the clock?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very simple and
Even
interesting.
my friends too. I
Even you-
hope.
Oh yes, even your friends will also love this. So let's see how to read the clock, okay?
Okay.
So how do we go about it? So we have got the perfect round, which
First,
we can
we
call the
have
perfect round.
one here.
Okay, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Why don't we start with the 12?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so 12. Then what you do?
3,
Okay.
30,
Mhm.
now 6 on the half of 12,
Perfect.
and now 9 over here.
Perfect. So we have made a base for the clock, right? Now we need to fill up the numbers that comes in between.
Yeah.
So
now
how do we go about it?
1 here,
Mhm.
2 up here,
Mhm.
then 4 up here,
Mhm.
5 up here,
Mhm.
7 up here,
Mhm.
8 up here.
Mhm. 9, you have 10, and there goes our 11. Great.
Now I'm
So
gonna
we have-
put the dot
Yes.
here.
Now we have all seen 2 needles within a clock, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you to make the drawing of the 2 needles, one big and one small, with any numbers. You can play with any numbers, yeah.
So the small is going to point at 12.
Small one goes to 12.
And the big one is also going to point at 12.
Great. So here we see both the needles, the smaller and the big one, are pointing at 12.
I know what the time is.
What is it?
I'll write and show you. It's 12 o'clock, so we write in this way. 1, 2, 12, dot, 0, 0. 12
Great,
o'clock.
Great. That's a good job. It's a very good job, Era. Now let me just tell you how do we see
Okay.
to it. Yes, we have, as I told you, every clock has 2 needles, one big and one small. So the big needle says about stories about the minutes.
Pence,
Minutes. Yes, and the hour needle talks us about the hour.
hour.
So for every hour we're talking about, we have an hour and a minute. So here the big needle I told you is called the minutes needle because it talks about the minutes, and the small needle talks about the hours. So suppose, as Era has shown us, we have got 12 o'clock in the clock in here. So if I give her time to play for an hour and I ask her to come back after an hour, the next time has to move to 1 o'clock, from 12 to 1.
I'll
So
show you how to write it.
okay, so
1 o'clock. So we write 1 dot 0 0 1 o'clock.
Perfect. But for the needle to travel, how will 12 o'clock be changed to 1 o'clock?
For it to be 1 o'clock, the small needle has to travel to 1, and the big needle should stay on 12.
Yes. It's like when the small needle has to move from 12 to 1 to be counted as 1 o'clock, they have to just travel a small distance, whereas the big needle or the minutes needle has to make a travel of the entire clock from here till around and back to 12. Got it? They're just like the tortoise and the hare story. Okay?
Yeah.
So from the time the small needle takes to travel from 12 to 1, the big needle or the minute needle has to make a whole round of the clock. Got it? Only then we say an hour is past. So that's how we call an hour has 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So when I talk about 60, Era, I don't find any number 60 on this clock. I can only find numbers till 12.
But when the big needle stays on one number, we count that number in 5.
Okay, in the addition of 5.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'll write and show you.
Okay.
So 1
So-
is 5, 2 is 10.
Mhm.
3 is 3 was
15.
Yeah, 15.
Counting in fives. We add on 5 to
Five.
the earlier number. That's how we start with 5. Adding 5, 10, 15.
Then 20
Correct.
on 4. Then 25 on 8. On
Five.
5. 30
Correct.
on 6. 35 on 7.
I've reached 35. Then comes next number would be at 8. If you count with 5, the next number would be from 35. It would be 40.
Yeah, 40.
40.
40.
Then comes
45.
mhm,
50.
perfect.
Then comes 55.
5 and comes
60.
Very good. That's why we say for the hour needle to move from one number to the other, the minute needle has to make 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
So that's why we say an hour has 60
minutes.
And always make sure whenever you're trying to read the time, always first look at the hour needle and see where the needle stays for. And that would be the hour. And for the minutes, look at the minute needle, where does they stay? And accordingly, just start counting in fives and you would get the minutes as well. Great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make Era do one simple time. Okay. So let me make Era remove the needles off the clock.
Okay, I will erase it.
And
Erase.
only needles. Great. Okay, Era, I want to see the clock in my time as 4:50.
4:50.
Yes.
So I'll put the small needle.
The hour needle or small needle, as you call it, to 4.
4.
Perfect.
And for 50, we'll count as 10.
Great. For the minutes needle, you have to start counting from 1. From 1, you have to start counting in addition of 5s. That's how you get the minutes. I hope the concept of time is clear right now.
Yeah. Bye.